Hello everyone, it's me, Mia, once again, for my weekly list of useless things I think you should know about. And this auspicious week, we are going to be talking about the most common phrases every OFW or overseas Filipino worker has heard at least once in their lives. And by once, I meant 1,000 times. In case you do not know, or it's not obvious, I am an OFW. I've been working in Saudi Arabia for the last 14 years or so. And I'm speaking from experience. I've heard all of this so many times before. So I've become immune to it. But yeah, my friends and I, we often talk about this, and all of them also have heard these phrases one time or another. I understand. All of us have certain preconceived ideas about a lot of things. Even me, before I became an OFW, I've been thinking about this, I talk about this, I say these things. So yeah, so it all changed, of course, when I get to experience being an OFW. So yeah, OFWs, overseas Filipino workers, are modern day heroes, diba? We love calling them heroes. And the media loves calling them heroes. I mean, people in the Philippines love to call them heroes. But there are heroes that we often ignore or take for granted. Like, you know, when we don't need anything from them, we don't actually message them. Diba? Who's guilty of that? Anyway, but parang bitter ko. But anyway, as I said, all of us have preconceived notions about a lot of things. And I think that most people, they don't actually say these things with malicious intent. It's just that they don't know better. So parang hindi nila na-experience ang buhay abroad, so they think that it's good or that it's perfect when actually it's not. So anyway, kapag nakarelate kayo dito sa topic natin na ito, mag-subscribe na kayo para makauwi na ako sa Pilipinas, para matigil na ako sa pagiging OFW. Chara! Char na hindi char. Anyway, here are the most common phrases that OFW hear all the time. Abroad ka pala, ang dami mo na sigurong pera. Yes, we think that just because someone is working abroad, that automatically they become rich. Okay, I mean, a lot of OFWs actually become successful. Like, yeah, they have great jobs, they excel in their fields, and they get high salaries. And of course, an OFW's salary is higher than the salary of people in the Philippines. Kaso, we have to remember also that ang ginagastos din ng mga OFW is the same currency na nare-receive din nila as their salary. And at the same time, most OFWs, like 90% or maybe even more, actually send most of their salaries back home to support their families. Konti lang talaga yung maswerte na hindi nagpapadala, na nakakapag-ipon, na nakakapagpundar ng maraming bagay. So it's not fair to say that just because you are an OFW, mayaman ka na agad. And you should know also that OFWs really have to hustle very hard for every penny, for every cent na kinikita nila. Some people have 2 jobs, 3 jobs just to make ends meet so they can support themselves and also support their families back in the Philippines. Yeah, sometimes we post on social media like great food or, you know, parties, we go to beautiful places. And we do this once in a while because we need to reward ourselves also. But a lot of us actually are suffering while they are abroad. And kung mayaman kami, hindi kami mag-abroad. Personally, if I am very rich, I would not be here. Kasi kahit mahirap ang buhay sa Pilipinas, the life in the Philippines is more preferable for me than the life abroad. Although yeah, we do have a better life siguro here. But at the same time, iba pa rin yung feeling mo kapag nasa sariling bansa ka. Kasi kahit gaano ka pa kagaling o kasipag, even if you are the greatest employee abroad, we always have to bow down to those people who actually live in that country. Most of us will always be considered pa rin as second-class citizen. Di ba? Kasi parang hindi mo naman lugar yan eh, hindi mo country. Actually, mahirap ang buhay ng OFW. And yeah, mahirap kumita ng pera. Every cent, every dollar, every real, pinaghirapan. You have to fight for it just so you could receive it, so you could save it. So yeah, it's hard work. It takes a lot of hard work and it takes a lot of courage. Number 2, don't forget may pasalubong ha. Because we think that OFWs are mayaman, so they can afford to buy pasalubongs. I actually posted something about pasalubongs a few days ago, and yeah, I want to say it again, like the rules that you should follow before you ask an OFW for pasalubong. Number 1, ka-close mo ba sila? Kapamilya mo ba sila? Are you related to them? Are you a close friend of them? Number 2, do you greet them on their birthdays, Christmas, New Year, Valentine's Day, Easter, all the special occasions? Naaalala mo ba sila? Binabati mo ba sila? Number 3, do you communicate with them regularly? Do you at least send them messages just to ask how they are? Para lang mangumusta, para lang i-remind sila to stay safe. Number 4, yung OFW na yun ba, mataas ba ang sinasahod sa ibang bansa? Kasi hindi lahat naman ng nangingibang bansa mataas ang posisyon, malaki ang sahod. Marami rin sa amin ang mabababa ang sahod, pero tinitiis namin kasi kahit papano, mas malaki kaysa nasa Pilipinas. But at the same time, di ba, pag pinadala mo din yung sahod mo, as I said before, wala ring matitira sa'yo. So if you say yes to all of those 4 things, then you can ask for pasalubong. And the next thing that we always hear also is kapag nakauwi ka sa Pilipinas, pare, pasyat ka naman, uy, nakabakasyon ka pala, manlibre ka naman. So, ganun din, para pag uwi mo, kantsaw dito, kantsaw dyan. So, iniisip pa rin natin na maraming ang pera ang OFW pag uwi. So, ganun pa rin. Before you ask them to treat you, ask yourself again, have you been there for this OFW? Tanungin mo muna ang sarili mo. Kung naaalala mo ba siya before, bago siya umuwi ng Pilipinas. So, this is parang common courtesy lang. Kasi guys, ang lungkot talaga ng buhay abroad. Although, marami ka rin friends, marami kang nakikilala. At the same time, parang you are always homesick. Just to feel that someone is thinking about you, diba? Just mangumusta lang. It's a big deal to us. The next phrase is, ang damot mo naman. Abroad ka nga, ang damot-damot mo naman. So, sometimes, hindi namin napagbibigyan lahat ng tao. Sometimes may mga humihingi ng pasalubong, may mga nangungutang, may mga nagpapalibre na hindi namin napagbibigyan. Kasi nga, ang laki na ng mga pamilya namin na sinusuportahan namin. So, hindi lahat ng tao mapagbibigyan mo. And I think some people, they find this offending. They are offended that you don't remember to bring them something or that you don't give them something. And you have to understand, ito yung sentimento ng karamihan ng OFW. Hindi naman namin pinupulot yung pera dito. Tapos parang kapag humingi kayo, kapag nangantsaw kayo, parang dapat ganun agad. Tapos pag hindi na pagbigyan, masasabihan ka pa na madamot. Pasensya nyo na kapag hindi namin kayo napagbigyan lahat. Kasi ang dami rin namin inuuna. Peace, people. Lagi ko itong naririnig. Ang tagal-tagal mo na abroad, wala ka pang naipupundar. Excuse me naman, girl. Ganun talaga. Kasi nga, ang dami kong ginagastusan. Okay, I mean, kahit naman na hindi ako nagpapadala monthly to my family, at the same time, kapag may emergencies, ako din naman inaasahan. And I'm taking care of myself, So I have a lot of things na pinagagastusan ko. And how do you know naman na wala akong naipupundar? Charot, wala nga talaga. Pero yeah, I mean, there are a lot of things you don't know. And you just can't say to a person, just because hindi mo nakikita, it does not mean that it's not there. Porket wala kang ipatayo yung bahay, wala kang malaking mansion, so yun ang basihan nila na ang tagal mo na abroad, pero wala ka pa rin na ipupundar. So, a lot of us ay walang maipundar kasi nga pinapadala lahat sa Pilipinas. Paano ka naman makakapundar kung ang sinusweldo mo ay 40,000 a month, tapos isipapadala mo 35,000 o 30,000, di ba? Parang anong maiiwan nun, yung naiiwan sa'yo, panggastos mo na lang. So, be sensitive and don't say those things kasi kahit parang pabiro yan sa kanila, masakit yun minsan kapag nasabihan ng gano'n ng isang tao na nagtatrabaho, na nagkandakuba magtrabaho abroad, tapos sasabihan ka lang ng gano'n. Even if it's your observation, you keep it to yourselves because you don't know that person's situation. And the last one, ang yabang-yabang mo na kapag abroad ka lang, tagapunas ka lang naman ng puwet ng mga dayuhan. Wow! Someone actually said this to me and I was like, what? First and foremost, there's nothing wrong with whatever we're doing. Okay? Kung tagapunas ka man ng puwet, tagalinis ka man ng inidoro, there's nothing wrong with what we are doing. Because we are earning money to help our families in the Philippines. And ang pinapadala namin sa Pilipinas is actually helping to float the economy of the Philippines. Kaya nga tinatawag na mga bayani ang mga OFW, di ba? Kung wala sila, bagsak ang economy ng Pilipinas. So what kung ano man ang trabaho namin? It does not matter as long as what we're doing is honest labor. we are helping our families, and we are helping our country. So, siguro inggit, minsan, o galit, or whatever, huwag kayong mainggit sa amin kasi alam ko na a lot of people actually wants to come abroad for dreams of a better future. And yes, a lot of us will find better future abroad. But alam nyo, karamihan ng mga nasa abroad gusto nang umuwi sa Pilipinas. Me personally, if I can earn what I'm earning here in Saudi, in the Philippines, in the blink of an eye, nasa Pilipinas na agad ako. Kasi, I would prefer to stay home. Kasi, iba pa rin ang buhay sa Pilipinas. Be kind to your family members who are working abroad. Be kind to your friends or to your classmates who are working abroad because they are doing their best. Once in a while, message them, ask them how they are, encourage them, give them some encouragement, tell them that they mean something, say thank you to them, and tell them that, they are making a difference in your lives. Just be kind to them because, lalo na ngayong pandemic, a lot of us are actually going through a lot of turmoil, uncertainty in our jobs, we have uncertainty in the work environment, we are scared of COVID, and at the same time, we are worried about our family members also in the Philippines. And these last 2 years is really hard. I know it's hard for everyone, but I think it's doubly hard for people who are actually living far away from home because, as I said, yung worried ka for your health and you are worried at the same time for your family's health. And you are worried for your job as well. Kasi ang daming nalilay off, ang daming napapauwi. Just be kind to your family members or friends abroad. Don't forget to message them, and just say hi. Okay? Anyway, see you guys next week. I'm really confused. Na-stress ako, nagmamadali lang ako gumawa ng vlog. So anyway, I'll see you next week, guys. Thank you so much for listening to my rants. See you next week. Bye!